From this point on, I could have shut my eyes with the game plan, pointed, called a play, and it would have been 8 yards. Hey gang, Coach Gibbs, and we're going to be looking at our Super Bowl wins today. Let's go.
Head coach and coach of the year in the NFL, Joe Gibbs, and the rest of the NFC champion, Washington Redskins.
I can remember this Super Bowl. We get there, and we're the big underdogs. I went out in that morning on the patio right outside of my motel room there, and I was reading out the Bible, and it came up David and Goliath. And I was thinking to myself, that's perfect for me, because we were the big underdogs. We were going to be David. And so I figured, what the heck? We got a chance to win this thing. Let's go. I hated the quarterback getting sacked. That was not my deal. We wanted to protect the quarterback. I've always felt that, you know, that guy has to make so many decisions and so many mental decisions, get everybody in place and get things snapped, read the defense and throw it to the right person. So that's all mental stuff. And when you get them hit, it's going to make a difference in the way they see things.
Powerful legs. He was a blocking back at Nebraska primarily. On 2nd and 1, Woodley. Fumble.
One of the things we pride our team on was playing smart. And a big part of that is giveaway, takeaway ratio. Okay, and if you're really, really smart, you take it away. And if you're not playing football smart, you give it up. I think one of the most amazing things about our football team was in '83. I think we set a record that will never be beaten, and that was our giveaway takeaway ratio that year. We were plus 42. And that means our defense was taking it away and our offense was protecting it. That was Riggins protecting the ball, carrying it, Theismann protecting the ball, throwing it, and then our defense did a fantastic job of taking it away. But that record, I don't think will ever be beat.
Runner like John Riggins. First down from the Redskin 47. Here's a reverse. Alvin Garrett.
I thought you weren't big on trick plays and reverses.
No, I liked them. You know, I didn't make a living with them.
Yeah.
He'll win this battle of strategy. Riggins. He's going to go all the way, unless Blackwood can catch him, and he can't.
I can remember calling this play. And I actually went down on my knees on the sideline. Okay, this is I left tight wing, fake zoom, 70 chip. I'll always remember that. I think it's probably the most famous play in Redskin history.
Look what happens to McNeil.
That's I left tight wing, and what the safety does when he comes over here, he just shears off of John. And John had a knack in big games. I'll say that for John Riggins. And our offensive line obviously deserves a lot of credit. And those are times in a game where you make a call and you know you've just made the decision to probably go either win the game or lose the game. And I thought that's what this was.
The MVP, Joe Gibbs, the NFL Coach of the Year in his 2nd season.
That was a great feeling right there, walking off the field with our guys and everything. And then after the game, a very interesting thing, I get separated from Pat, and she got on a bus because she thought that's where all the wives were going. And we didn't get back together until maybe 2 o'clock in the morning, and it was at a Bob's Big Boy.
We are live from San Diego, California on a spectacularly beautiful day for football.
This Super Bowl, I was nervous about this because we had one real good Super Bowl, won the game against the Dolphins, but we came back and got beat by the Raiders in our 2nd Super Bowl that we went to in Tampa. So we come here, we're playing Denver, they got Elway, And so I was so nervous about this. And in the first quarter, we got off to a terrible start. It was 10-0 in the first quarter. And our players, I remember them coming off the field, guys were so frustrated because we felt like we just weren't playing well. The other thing that happened to us in this game in the first quarter, Doug gets hit, and he actually did kind of a split. And Doug has a bad knee. And at that point, I kind of thought, gosh, this may be something where he's not even going to be able to play the rest of the game. And I actually sent Schrader into the game, but Doug waved him off. And so we start the second quarter. I call Charlie 10 hitch, the first play of the second quarter. I'll always remember it. And Charlie 10 hitch is just a 5-yard hitch by our receivers, but you can see at the top of the screen there, Ricky Sanders gets pressed. Okay, football players have to be smart. You have to adjust, which means that that play now turns into a deep pass, a fade. And so that's Ricky. And this play right here, from this point on, I honestly think I could have shut my eyes with the game plan, pointed, called a play, and it would have been 8 yards.
Same play, left side. The Skins will run off one more play, and then
At the end of this game, one thing it was Doug Williams, it was, I'm going to Disney World. And Doug was the MVP of the Super Bowl, which we didn't even realize going to that game that he had a chance to break through the color barrier, and he winds up being the MVP of the Super Bowl.
Cold outside, but perfect inside. Where the temperature.
Well, we're going to Minnesota. We're going to play the Buffalo Bills. And again, I would think that we may have been the underdog in this game, but I think, again, everything about this Super Bowl wound up just going smoothly for us. We were practicing in a dome because the weather at that point in Minnesota. And John Madden came with the TV group, okay, to our practice. And honestly, these practices, they were so physical. Our guys were knocking the crap out of each other. And so I was actually cut practice short. And they said to me, they said that John Madden walked off with his TV crew and he turned to him and said, "This is not going to be close."
Really moved the ball around in this first half. 2nd and 9 at the 10. Rippon outside to Biner. Touchdown, Redskins. Knocked off the zero. Ridge, Washington touchdown. And he's the lone running back. Rippon is back to throw it. Going deep. Touchdown, Redskins. Clark. Not only warm down there, but I think it gets stuffed.
The Bills had a powerful offense with Kelly, and they also were called a lot of things at the line of scrimmage. Our defense did a fantastic job at defending them because they were one of the first teams to go quick at the line of scrimmage, call everything at the line of scrimmage. Kelly did a great job of calling it. And then, of course, Rippon winds up the MVP of the game. I would say the key things for me of what I remember about this Super Bowl was how smooth everything went. It was our night before, it was that day, it was the game itself, and everything kind of went our way. Thank you guys for watching some of the Super Bowl wins with me. Great memories for me. Some of those things are the things that I will always remember. So make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can watch some of these things with me in the future.